Alright. Hello. How y'all doing tonight? This is Comic Insider for our Fright Night Fridays! One of our last episodes for this segment for this year. And we're going, Comic Insider is going to have Fright Night Fridays back next year. But for tonight, I was having trouble picking out these last couple episodes for Fright Night Fridays. It was kind of a funny story. I went to the store today to pick up my bottle of liquor, and someone called me a Val Kilmer-looking motherfucker. First, I was kind of insulted because I'm like, I'm not that ugly. Just joking. Val Kilmer's awesome. So, someone called me a Val Kilmer-looking motherfucker today, and it got me thinking, what movies has that guy been in? And I came up with the perfect episode for Comic Insider Fright Night Fridays Season 1, Episode 17 of Fright Night Fridays. And we're going to be talking tonight about Episode 17 is going to be The Traveler. So, this was a movie that came out in 2010 starring Val Kilmer, none other. And it was a very crazy movie, if you think about it, because through most of it, you think this guy's, it's a story about this man comes into a police station, he says he wants to confess that he committed a murder. Everybody's freaking out. And they keep asking him who his name is. He simply replies, nobody. And every confession he makes, he says he killed 6 people. Every confession he makes, one of the officers dies. So it's not a confession. He's literally killing them while he's in the interrogation room, yet they're dying in other places. It was very scary because the whole thing was based off of a year before, in the storyline of the movie, the police station he entered murdered him. They beat this man to death because one of the officers' child was missing. They accused this traveler, and they beat him almost to death, choked him, everything that you could think of torture, even waterboarded this dude. And he was in a coma for a year, and then they find out the guy that comes in there and confesses, is making all these confessions, and while he's confessing, officers in completely different parts of the building are dying. They start to realize, hey, this is the guy we put in a coma last year, and they call the hospital, and dun dun dun, the guy passed away who was in the coma earlier the night. So, we're going to be talking about The Traveler. Fright Night Fridays. Like and subscribe. Comic Insider, new episodes out Tuesdays and Fridays. E17 Central. So we're going to get right into this trailer. It's a good one. Y'all gotta see this movie.
Confession. Confess to what? Murder.
Now, the funny thing is, all these officers, when he's making the confession, are the officers that led up to his death. Everybody thinks this dude's killing them off when they realize in the story that he is the ghost of the man that said, I didn't do this, I'm innocent. Well, apparently the whole time he was lying, because he did abduct and kill the officer's daughter. So he did deserve what he got, and he had this power over killing everybody because he kept saying when they asked who he was, nobody. Nobody.
God killed me. Nobody. What do you think we got locked up down there? I'm ready to continue with my confession. I'm ready to continue with my confession. Everything went. There's an accident. By the way,
it's no accident.
Murdered 6 people. I want that son of a bitch locked up.
And this is funny right there. When he says he's murdered 6 people, he's talking about all the officers that haven't died yet. So this is a pretty intense This is a pretty intense story. Like, I mean, I watched the movie and I was blown away by it because it had me full to the end. You think this guy's killing all of them because he was the victim, that they caught the wrong guy and put him in a coma and he died and his spirit's getting revenge, and it turns out it was the right guy. He was just super pissed off like Freddy about dying.
What are we gonna do? Shoot him? My second victim.
And I gotta say, Val Kilmer did a great job in this movie.
What is it?
Completely sinister. I mean, you really do think that he is in the right. Yeah, he's killing the officers with his confessions. That's a trip. And some of those confessions are pretty damn disturbing. So you can only imagine the way the people are dying. Yeah, why are you doing this? Turns out everybody thought that they got...
My final confession, detective.
Fuck no, I'm not ready to hear that final confession.
I wish I could. You okay, deputy? You look like you've seen a ghost.
You okay, deputy? You look like you've seen a ghost. So the crazy thing about this is the only way the dude ends up surviving this movie, the cop that... And a lot of this I thought was a horror movie because police do a lot of things throughout the country. Even though we have a lot of great officers who are there to protect the surf and keep us safe all the time. Dirty cops are a real thing in our society. So this is what made this movie so, like, it dragged you into it and you're like, oh my god. And you think this vengeful spirit is just, no. You think this vengeful spirit's just was so wronged, and it turned out he was the serial killer. He was just pretending he wasn't. And as soon as everybody learned his name, I mean, this dude did his confessions. And when he confessed, the officers died one by one because he wasn't confessing to a murder he committed. It was like the spirit was off murdering somebody else, while over here, sleight of hand. You guys go watch this movie out. Look out for this movie. Came out in 2010, so it's Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime. It's a great flick. But it turned out he was the bad guy the whole time, and the only way this cop could stop from getting himself killed by hearing this guy's confession, he had to stab out his own eardrums. Yeah. Ooh. He did that, and then he heard his dead daughter talk to him. Hey, his power is that you don't know who he is. He keeps saying he's nobody through the whole movie. The cop learns his name. As soon as he says that, poof, the ghost is fucked. Turns into a corporeal form. Corporeal means that you can kill their asses. So, check this movie out. Comic Insider, like and subscribe. We have new episodes out every week, Tuesdays and Fridays. Unfortunately, TGIF, once again, everybody, this is going to be the last night for Fright Night Fridays. Because, guess what? Yep, it's finally here! No, so tomorrow is the Gulf Coast Fan Fest in Biloxi, Mississippi. In Comic Insider, we're going to be out there all day. We're going to be trying to get interviews with Jason Munez, Ming Chen, William Catt, Kevin Sorbo, some of the great actors and actresses from all the way from American Werewolf in London to the Pet Cemetery. And yeah, I think you know what we're talking about. We even got an interview with Doctor Who. So check that out. The Fifth Doctor. Oh my god, that's going to be a blast. Do not miss out that con if you're in the area. But yeah, Comic Insider. We're going to have a couple more episodes of the Fright Night Fridays come out tonight. But after tonight, Fright Night Fridays from Comic Insider is over. We will do one final episode on Halloween. I haven't made my mind up if that's going to be a Facebook Live video or if that's going to be a regular episode on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. Comic Insider, we will see you in the multiverse. And thank you always for checking out our channel, and especially Comic Cider Fright Night Fridays. We'll see you in the multiverse. Have a scary night.